Hello, welcome again to Let's Talk. First of all, we'd like to thank you for liking and following us here in our Facebook page and also for subscribing in our YouTube channel. Thank you also for following us in Instagram and Twitter. For today, we will be talking about conditional formatting. Conditional formatting is another MS Excel feature that we can use in our tasks and projects. It easily spots trends and patterns in your data using bars, colors, and icons to visually highlight important values. This can be seen in the Home ribbon under the Styles panel, and when you click Conditional Formatting, you can see various rules that you can use in highlighting cells, highlighting top-bottom data or numbers by making use of data bars, color scales, icon sets, and etc. So what I'm going to show you right now are samples on how we can use conditional formatting. What I have here is a table containing a list of cities, event dates, and attendees. What I'm going to show you right now would be how to highlight duplicate values in a set or in a table. Now what you need to do is highlight the list first and then click on conditional formatting. Click highlight cell rules and then go to duplicate values. There you will see that the duplicate values dialog page would come up, and it will tell you that the format cells that contains it will tell you to format cell that contains duplicate values with light red fill with dark red text. This one can be changed. You can choose yellow fill with dark yellow text. You can also use green fill with dark green text. But let's use the default option. So after clicking OK, you can already see that the duplicate values have already been highlighted. Like this one, for Las Piñas, both entries were highlighted. Now for Mandaluyong City, you might notice that Mandaluyong City was entered 4 times, yet only the 2 data entries were highlighted. This is because the third entry has a space after the word city, and on the fourth entry, there are 2 spaces between the words Mandaluyong and city. So these are not considered to be duplicates because a space is considered as a character. So for this one, only the 2 Mandaluyong city entries with no extra spaces have been highlighted and identified as duplicates. Now, we can also highlight unique entries. So doing the same process, let us highlight the list, go to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, and then go to duplicate values. But this time, let us choose unique. Now, we can highlight or format it using a customized format. So let us choose a fill, let's say a yellow fill, and then let us make the font italicized or bold italicized, and then click OK. So here you can see that the entries that are unique have been highlighted with yellow background or yellow fill and are in bold or italicized font. So that's how you can highlight duplicate and unique values. Now there is also a way for us to be able to highlight dates occurring. So how do we do that? So highlighting the cells, we go to conditional formatting, highlight a date occurring. So what I want to do is I want to highlight cells that occurred this month. So what I will need to do is go to the drop down options and choose this month. I can choose a green fill with dark green text. So here it has already highlighted the dates found in December, because this is the we're doing this on December 2019. So those are the only dates that were highlighted. Now the next one that we can also do is highlight data with less than and then indicate the number. So here I have May 31, 2019 as the date. So what I need to do is again highlight the cells, go to conditional formatting, highlight cells, and then go to less than. Here you can put in the date May 31, 2019, and I want to highlight it using light red fill. So by clicking OK, it will already highlight the dates that are um, prior to May 31, 2019. So you have here January 3, 2019, February 11, January 25, and May 28. Now, there is another option there where we can identify top or the bottom numbers in a particular array or table. So by highlighting this list, let us go to conditional formatting again, go to top bottom rules. Now, I want to identify the top three attendees or number of attendees. So let us go there to the top 3. So let's choose top 10 items. I will identify the top 3 entries only. So let me just write there 3. And then let's choose another format. Let's choose red border. And then click OK. So here it has already highlighted the top 3 attendees in this particular list. So we have here 2040, 2068, and 2008. Now, there's another way to identify the bottom 10%. So how do we do that? Let's highlight the cells, go to conditional formatting, choose top bottom rules, and then look for bottom 10%. So here I will put in 5. And then let me do a custom format and do let's choose a very dark red fill. And then click OK. So it only highlighted one entry, and this is the least least number in terms of volume, so that's 567. So how did it get to choose 5%? So for this particular list, there are 21 entries. So let's say one entry would compose of, that's 1 over 21. That is already considered as 5%. So anything, if we're going to add another entry, that would be 4.8% times 2. So to let you visualize it further, let me just choose the next or the bottom 15%. So highlighting it again, let us go to top bottom rules, go to bottom 10%, and then right there 15%. This time, let us do another custom format, and let's use purple as our fill. Okay, so there. It was able to identify the the bottom 15%. So remember, one entry is composed of 4.8%, or that is almost 5%. So getting the bottom 15 identified the 3 entries that we have. So that's how you are able to use conditional formatting, by highlighting cells and identifying top and bottom numbers or data. Now, another way to use our conditional formatting is through the use of color schemes. Now, again, I have here the total population by city, municipality as of August 1, 2015. And here I have all the cities and municipality, again, of Metro Manila. And what I will do here is highlight or use a conditional formatting using data bars. Now, for data bars, it will sort of give you a visualization in terms of a data bar or a column, or let's say a row bar. So what we need to do is highlight the data or the list that you want to format, and then go to data bars. We can either choose gradient or solid fill. For this example, let us use gradient fill. So here, it sort of represented, the bars have already represented which entry has the biggest or the largest population because of the data bar that it has presented. So Quezon City here has the most number in terms of population. Now, I have already ranked it from 1 to 17, and here it does show that Quezon City is number 1. So, by visually looking or by looking at the list, we can see that the next city in terms of population is City of Manila, followed by Caloocan City. Again, this is also represented in terms of rank. So, this is the second one and then the third. So that's another way of visualizing using conditional formatting. Now for 2010, let us do the same. But this time, let us make use of a color scheme. Color scheme lets you identify or apply a color gradient wherein in this particular sample, green would show you the most or the highest number and red will represent the lowest number. There are other options that you can choose. In this case, this is the reverse order wherein, let us show here, this is the reverse order wherein red becomes the highest and green becomes the lowest representation. So let's go to the first option, green, yellow, and red color scheme. Now, the greener it is, the higher the number. The redder it is, the lower the number. So here we have 2.7 million, and then the most reddish color or cell that we have here is in Pateros at 64,147. So using the ranking, again, we got it right because in terms of population, Quezon City was number 1, and Pateros, the municipality of Pateros, is at 17. So that's another way of using conditional formatting. Now, what I have here in the next column is the increase-decrease percentage column. Now, it just shows if there was an increase or decrease in the population from 2010 to 2015. So, if there's an increase, it will give you a positive number. If there was a decrease, it will give you a negative number. So, in this particular table, there was a 6.4 increase in the population from 2010 to 2015 for Caloocan and 7.7% increase in the city of Manila. Now, I want this to be represented with arrows. I just want to show that which among the cities have an increase of more than 5%. The city that has an increase between 0 and 5%, and those below 0%. So what do I need to do? I just need to highlight the list, go to conditional formatting, and then choose the icon sets. I will be using the arrows, the directional set with the three colored arrows, and when I click it, it will already give a default representation of the red, yellow, and green arrows. But I want this to be modified because I want to show a green arrow for more than 5%, yellow arrow between 0 and 5, and then red for below 0. So what I need to do is go to manage rules, and then for the icon set rule, just need to double click or edit, and then here I can adjust the values. Since I'm going to use or I'm going to define the value, I just need to put here 5% or 0.05. This should be in number. You just put there 0.05, and then this one would be 0%. Okay, so after doing that, it should already give us a green arrow if it's greater or equal to 5%, a yellow arrow when it's less than 5% and greater than or equal to 0, and then a red arrow when it's below 0 or less than 0. So I just click on OK, apply, and then click on OK again, and there you have it. It will already show red arrow for negative 0.5%. There's a yellow arrow for 0.6% because this is between 0 and 5. So again, this is between 0 and 5, and then same for this one at 3.4%. Now 6.4% is already beyond 5%, so it will already give us a green arrow. So we can modify it further. What if I want to show a green arrow for the double digits? So can again modify, can double click or edit the rule, and then put here 10% or greater or equal than let's say greater than, let's choose greater than 10%, so that's 0.1, and then remain the second value at 0. We click on OK, apply, and then OK. So here we can only see green arrows for those that are in the double digits. So that's 10%, 17, 13, 12, and 24. All those with yellow arrows are between 0 and 9%. Okay, so I hope we were able to show you how to make use of conditional formatting. I hope that it would be able to give you or it will be able to help you in reporting or presenting the data that you are handling. So thank you again very much for watching this video. I hope you learned something, and please don't forget to share this video so that you can be able to help others in being more productive, in being able to work faster in your task and in your project. So if you have any questions, please feel free to drop us a line. You can get in touch with us at Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can also view this video and our other tutorials in YouTube. Just use the URL tinyurl.com/let's talk. Thank you very much and have a nice day.